Alright, I got a match against SafeKid. I think I put Smart Kid in the freaking intro. I'm sorry about that if that was wrong. Didn't really catch it. So I lead off with the camp. He leads off with Swampert. I dynamic punch. He's confused, and he's going to get his stealth rock up. I knew he would stay in because I know lead Swamperts always get stealth rock up first. So he stays in. Now I'm thinking he's probably going to switch. He doesn't want to risk the confusion, and he doesn't want to get hit hard with another D punch. So he does switch. I predicted that and went with the payback just in case he had a ghost. In comes the Zapdos, and it works fine for me anyway. So now I'm going to hit him with the Stone Edge because I know it's going to do a hell of a lot of damage to him, because my champ's that beastly. And it hits him hard, he survives, and now I'm predicting the roost, and I know when he roosts, the flying type is going to go away for the turn, so I D-punch, predicting the roost, and it works out in my favor. It confuses him, and it gets him back down to low HP, so that's working good for me. It's a good prediction on my part. So he stays in, he's not confused, unfortunately, again, and he uses Baton Pass. So now I know I'm probably going to be in trouble. In comes a Hera, and I'm like, oh crap, that thing's going to freaking hurt whatever I switch to. And then he has a Flame Orb, which activates his Guts, which makes him even more dangerous. So I don't want to switch to get anyone owns, because my defensive wall is a Celebi, and I know Swampert can't take a hit. But luckily, he dies from the confusion pass with Baton Pass, and I don't think he knew that, but it ended up saving my ass from a lot of damage. So in comes a Chump. I know I can take any hit he has, even if he's CB. So I decided to stay in and hit him with a D-punch, because that's what Machamp does. And I hit him, and it looks right now that I can two-hit KO him. And I know he's probably not going to stay in with the confusion, but he might, just to kill Machamp off anyway. I decided to stay in because I do have a good chance that he might be confused, but of course he's not, and he finishes off Machamp, and that's not good for me. So I send in Swampert, mainly to take the EQ and also to set up Stealth Rocks. So fortunately for me, he's confused this turn, and I get the Stealth Rocks up, and now I'm going to Ice Beam him, because that's pretty much what Swampert does. He's a beast, and this is a mixed bird, so he's pretty awesome. He subs up, I hit him with an Ice Beam, of course it hits, and it takes out his sub. So now I'm thinking he's probably going to switch here. It's pretty obvious. I think I go with the Ice Beam anyway, just to be safe, because that's how I play. And in comes a Heatran, and I Ice Beam him, and it does not too much, of course. And now I know I can finish him with an Earthquake. I thought that might be too obvious, but I decided that, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. And I was kind of afraid he might have had HP Grass, and I was willing to risk that because I had an EQ, and it looked sweet, so it was tempting. And I hit a Celebi with an EQ, and then he Calm Minds, and I roar him away. And I knew it was kind of obvious with the Grass Knot, so I thought he probably wouldn't do it, so I roared him away, and it worked in my favor, so that's cool. And I roar away his Swampert, and now I'm just phasing through his team. Again, I'm kind of afraid of the HP Grass, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it at this point. And now I'm thinking he's going to switch to his Celebi again, predicting the EQ, and he doesn't switch, and I just roar him, and I could have killed him there, and I probably should have just went with the EQ, but I guess it doesn't matter because he's gone now, and his Zapdos comes in, and I know it's going to roost, so I go with the EQ because his flying type is away again for the turn, and I finish him off with the EQ, and a crit comes, and I probably aided in his kill. Probably wouldn't have died if it wasn't a crit, so that was kind of gay, but that's what happens. You have to know that's going to happen. So his Zapdos dies, and in comes a Celebi. Still, I'm not sure if he has Grass Knot, but I'm willing to risk it because Swampert's been doing well throughout this entire battle, and he set up Stealth Rocks, and well, he's done his purpose, so I'm not too afraid of him dying right now. So I decided to risk it, went with the roar, and he didn't Grass Knot, and in comes Heatran again, and he switches because he's afraid of the EQ, goes back to Celebi, and I decide to EQ this time, just to be safe, just in case he stayed in again like he did last time. And I do a good amount of damage to Celebi, I guess. And the Leech Seed is not good for me right now, and I'm kind of afraid of it right now. It's preventing the Stealth Rock from doing a ton of damage like it's supposed to. So I decided to just roar Celebi away again. Swampert's just dominating right now. And in comes Garchomp, and I know I'm probably done right now. It's probably the end of Swampert, but just in case he subs up, I'm gonna go with the Ice Beam, and it finishes off Swampert. So Swampert did a good job of doing what he's supposed to do. So I'm not too disappointed about his defeat right now. So I go to Blissey. I'm gonna Ice Beam him. He stayed in, probably thinking I was gonna fake him out and not have Ice Beam, just trying to scare him away. But my Blissey carries Ice Beam, and it's meant to destroy Garchomp with Salamence, and that's exactly what it does right now. And it works, and off goes his Garchomp. So that helped a lot in this match, getting him out of the way. And in comes Celebi, and taking a Leech Seed is something I don't want to take, or I don't want to have. So I send in Dende to take up the Leech Seed. It doesn't affect grass types, and now I'm hoping to scare him away. Maybe him thinking I have HP Ice and being Choice Specs, or not Choice Specs, just having HP Ice or something. And hoping he would switch to Heatran or something so I could T-Wave, because the only way I could take down that Heatran was with Heracross or with my own Heatran, which could Earth Power it, but I have to make sure if it was Scarf, I have to make sure it was slow, so I went with the T-Wave. And this turn I switched to my Heatran, and then he switches to his Heatran, and that's what I didn't want to happen, because I was kind of thinking about T-Waving, but I decided just to go with Heatran. Probably not the best move. So now I have to switch back out to Celebi, expecting the Earth Power. And now, because he doesn't have lefties, he has a choice item. I know that, so now I know he's stuck on Earth Power. So I decided to go with the Leech Seed, or the Thunder Wave, that's right, just in case he switched to Celebi or something, or I don't know. Leech Seed probably would have been the better option. Well, actually no, because just in case Celebi came in, the Leech Seed wouldn't affect it, so that's probably why I went with Thunder Wave. And in comes the Swampert, and then that leaves, throwing the Grass Knot, and I Leech Seed up, predicting to switch to Heatran, and I get it, so that's sweet. But now I can't stay in, because I know it has a fire move, and I know it's going to hit me hard. But he knows I have Heatran now, and he knows that I'm probably going to switch to it if he does a fire move, so he uses Dark Pulse. I paralyze him, and I get the gain from the Leech Seed, and that worked out just great. So now I'm going to recover, and I'm going to keep doing that until Leech Seed stalls him out, or finishes him off, or he gets paralyzed. So he hits me with Dark Pulse, I heal up again, and Celebi's doing his job as well, so all is well right now. So now I'm going to just recover up, and fortunately he's paralyzed, and that worked out great, just at the perfect time. And things are still looking up right now. They're looking great. So in comes Swampert. He really only has his Swampert and Celebi left, so I'm just going to Leech Seed up on this guy, and he's going to roar me out, and in comes my Blissey. And there's not too much he can do right now. I'm going to soft build up so Earthquake doesn't do too much to me. I get the Leech Seed damage, and like I said, I'm going to soft boiled up and stall him out. So pretty much I take out his Swampert and I take out his Celebi, so that was a good match, dude. Hopefully we can rematch sometime. And guys watching, remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll catch you later.